All right, what's up, peace, y'all? Welcome back. Get right into it, man. Because when I heard this I watched the whole State of the Union by Joe Biden. He addressed the nation, right? So first thing I heard, I was like, well, now I got to do a video on this because this is the number, y'all, 153, right? So people in the crowd had buttons, I guess, when they had the number 153 on there, and they explained why, right? What did the 153 mean at the 2024 State of the Union? 153 stands for the number of days the hostages taken on October 7th, 2023 have been held in Gaza. All right. So this is what they're telling us. This is the reason why they use the number 153. But like I said, the Super Bowl give us the numbers for the rest of the year. All right. As you can see, Patrick Mahomes went 15-3 in the playoffs, right? So that's 153. All right. This happened what was it, last week. Yeah, last week. JC attends Clippers last home game. All right, so you know something that caught that was gonna happen, right? He's wearing vintage Air Jordans. If you type out the word Air Jordan, I ain't got it up here, but if you type out the word Air Jordan, it equals 153, right? But the Lakers that game got their 153rd win against the Clippers. All right. And the Clippers, they get a new logo, a new arena, and they say it's a Clipper ship. It's gonna be a ship. All right, so this is something to keep an eye on. I never even knew Clippers had anything to do with ships or boats or nothing like that. As a matter of fact, it will be a boat because it got a sail on it. All right, there's a difference between a ship and a boat. All right, and then this was the shooting that happened at Joel Osteen Church, right? His mega church, Lakewood Church, right? And you see that it started at approximately 1:53 p.m. on a Sunday. It's another big uh, number. I mean, it's the year of the sun, man, basically, right? You see sun equaling 50, 54 and 18. The State of the Union address was on March 7th, 2024, which got a numerology of 54 and 18. All right, it just all played out so beautifully, right? And it all stemmed from these guys wearing these pins with the number 153 on it. Like I said, they don't do stuff just to be doing it. They do it for a reason. All right, you see Nagasaki, right? That's the place where the atomic bomb was dropped. All right, that's the Oppenheimer movie. Nagasaki, a bomb being dropped. Like and matter of fact, I'm gonna play a little bit of the presidential State of the Union, right? See illusion, right? Also, the Illuminati is 153 too. So you get Nagasaki 153, the illusion 153, globalism 153, which is all this is leading to globalism. All right. And as we already know, the Jesuit order 153, right? Catholics 153. I just looked that dude up, Nick Fuentes. I did a video about him, a while back, and he always blaming the Jews, and he's always raging against the Jews. Man, all these people, all roads lead to Rome, man. Roman Catholic Church, right? The Holy Bible 153. The Bible 153. That is the number of the year, along with 54, 251. Right? We got that fight coming up with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. They just announced Mike Tyson is going to be fighting Jake Paul. Last night, Anthony Joshua fought Ngannou. I got his name. All right, Ngannou. And it's another fight too. I can't think of it right now, but yeah, all this is coming up, man. Another thing that I noticed about the State of the Union, right? Joe Biden kept coughing. And I wasn't the only person to notice neither. So it's not, matter of fact, let me just type out this one name. Yeah, man. Biden coughing draws criticism from Trump. We all, Trump is thinking like me, like, yo, why is this dude coughing so much? I've never seen a president cough on TV. And like about 3 years ago, that was my first time ever seeing a president cough on TV. And it was Joe Biden. Now he comes up here, he coughs like 5 times. And like a few times he might have been clearing his throat, but I counted at least a good 4 coughs, which is, you know, we got a prediction going on with this president. Let me show you something real quick. Here goes George Floyd with that Corona bottle, right? And this was the year 2020, right? George Floyd with the Corona bottle, and then the big saying, everybody was chanting this. They was trying to get you to say this. This is magic, bro. There go LeBron, right? He's a Catholic public. He went to St. Vincent, St. Mary, right? He's Jesuit educated, but yeah. See George Floyd with the Corona bottle. He was screaming out, "I can't breathe." Right? You got to be able to breathe to at least say it. Or, I don't want to get into all that, but that's what the coronavirus does is give you shortness of breath. So a whole lot of magic going on, bro. It's mind games, bro. What else we want to do? So yeah, Joe Biden cough, man, kind of scared. I mean, it ain't scaring me. It just is what it is at this point. But yeah, I wanted to show that with George Floyd at 2020. I can't breathe. This was a commercial that was going around in 2020 with Satan, right? Arrowhead. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Satan Arrowhead, all right, meets 2020. Just showing how, these two messed up souls meeting each other, right? Pretty funny commercial. And Taylor Swift is out here. That's it. Well, it wasn't even me. I just report the news. They said, Taylor Swift appearing at the Super Bowl commercial seemed political. I didn't really get what they were trying to say. And now, this news come out 4 days ago. Taylor Swift urges fans to go vote on Super Tuesday. Right? So, yeah, man. And the big problem going on in America right now is the border problem, the border control. He said he wants to pass the border bill. So just get it on his desk. All right, so we'll see how that works out. Another thing, man, somebody said, found this out. I don't think you need an ID to vote in a lot of states, right? Because I was wondering why, Joe Biden is bringing up, like, it's crazy. He want to sign a border bill, but he's steadily bringing over immigrants. He brought over like 200,000 immigrants and just put them in New York, the most crowded place in America. Which makes no sense. And then he turns around and says this at the State of the Union. It wasn't even really about the State of the Union, right? We know we're fucked. The whole thing about this was we want to see how Joe Biden was going to do just giving a speech and how his mentor was going to play out. And I'll be the first to admit, he did way better than what I thought he was going to do. Besides the coughing, he did a high job. And there was some people yelling and screaming out like the last State of the Union. Her name is Major Marjorie Green, right? Let's see if I can pull her up right quick without messing that up. Her name is Marjorie Green. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Green. And She was, yeah. Joe Biden mocks his confrontation. Yeah, she was yelling out shit like she always does. All right, but Marjorie Green. Look at her initials. M is the 13th letter, and then G Green. G is the seventh letter, right? I wonder if I could just type this and it'll pop up. 90 and 47. I'm trying to do it quick. I had it up here. I'm pretty sure you got to seen it before. Matter of fact, I think if we get rid of these, it should pop up. But if you take the 90 degrees of the square and then the 47 degrees of the here it go right here. I know that's just a large. Yeah, here it go right here. This is her initials right here at 137. All right. He Joe Biden shouted out a couple people that I can remember. One of them was what's my guy name? Rub hands like Birdman. He went to war with Putin. He went to war with anybody. He went to war with Iran. Lindsey Graham, yeah, Lindsey Graham, right? His initials come out to 127, 31st prime, and then the number 31 is the 11th prime. So all these people got occultic numbers, and so he shouted him out. And Lindsey, it was crazy because Lindsey Graham was rolling in the audience. I don't know why that tickled him so much to get shouted out by Joe Biden, but it did. I mean, man, Joe Biden was he was on his shit, man. He was pretty funny that night. He was pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie. He also shouted out John Lewis. He want to pass a bill for, in dedication to John Lewis, the Voting Rights Advancement Act. So, I don't know what's up with that, man. I think we gave away a lot of freedoms, right? Trying to be able to vote because a lot of us is indigenous to this country, and wanting to be a part of this corporation, which a corporation, the root word of corporation is corpse, which means dead, right? We want to be a part of the corporation so bad. Not even saying that we, it's just the powers that be. They put it just it's easy to control people. You put them in a group, and then you elevate a person like Michael King or Martin Luther King, whatever you want to call him, and it's easier to control people that way and to get them to you know follow along, follow right in line with the plan or the agenda, right? But John Lewis, his initials J and L, right? So J being the 10th letter, L being the 12th, so that's basically 112. That takes us back to the Balfour Declaration. This is how this war that's going on now in Israel pretty much got started. You see, it was originally published on November 2nd at 112. It's been a pretty big number too. So yeah, man, the 54 and the 18. Let's talk about the Ryan Lewis fight. He could go 25-1. All right. Oh, some fights tonight. Uh some big fights tonight. The UFC. UFC is fighting tonight. So yeah, before we get on to that, right after I did that video about Ryan Lewis, and the 666 and the fight being on 420, which is Hitler's birthday, and the smokeout day, and the day Columbine happened on, which that day I believe leaves 111 days left. I don't know. We can see right quick. So yeah, just go to 420. Well, doing way too much. All right, yeah, 420. Yeah, and the triple ones. Ryan Garcia brings up the triple sixes, right? And I showed you how triple six translate to triple ones. All right, so he that day later on that day, I found out that he did an interview with Andrew Tate. All right, and Andrew Tate's always holding his hands in a pyramid shape, right, a diamond shape, right. He's a part of the Illuminati too. Just putting it, he's controlled opposition, put it like that. So yeah, him and Ryan, Ryan's acting drunk or crazy. They're like, this fight might not even happen. So, we gonna keep a lookout for that. But he brought up Bohemian Grove. Some old, I'm talking about old school 10-4 hat shit. Right? This is old school uh, Alex Jones conspiracy theory, right? So yeah, this is supposed to be allegedly. This is the owl at Bohemian Grove. Now, why would they use the owl? That's what I want to know. That's the question I would ask. Look at the owl eyes. Owls have a strange connections to aliens. Little do people know. All right. Some victims of alien abductions, right, allegedly, claim to have had dreams of a snow white owl. As a matter of fact, that movie, what's the name of it? Connections of the Third Kind or something like that. One of those old school alien movies. They was talking about, it was an owl on the windowsill of one of the characters, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna have to find out what's the name of that movie and what's the deal with the owl. But I do remember owls having a connection to aliens, right? They're the watchers at night, right? And like I said, the soul or the spirit, whichever one you want to use, the soul we'll use soul because spirit simply means breath, right? If you look at the etymology of spirit, it'll tell you it's the breath. So if you want to be a spiritual person, you gotta learn how to control your breathing, right? But the soul, right? I told you the soul was known as the footless ones, right? That's why when you see movies with aliens, I mean not aliens, but with ghosts, right? And then like Pac-Man, let me just pull this up, man. Pac-Man used to get chased by the ghost. They ain't got no feet. So a lot of ghosts is like that. Let's see. And then this will be the sun, right? The soul. Uh let's see. I want to see Ghostbusters. I just want ghosts. Yeah, you see ghosts, the footless ones. If I'm scared to type out footless ones, I don't know what's gonna pop up. So we just roll with this, the footless ones, right? And the serpent crawls on the belly, right? It was the serpent in the Adam and Eve story. That's how they said the snake lost his feet, right? Clearly a metaphor, but people just don't get metaphors nowadays. All right, so it is what it is. But yeah, the soul is the footless ones. All right, so the owl, right, the large owl. This is why they elevate the owl for their symbolism. All right, and we always use the serpent for our symbolism, and they made the serpent into the devil. Right, they made the serpent evil. All right, the owl eats the snake. So They're the one. They're the watchers, right? They're the watchers, and the owl usually catches the snake and eats the serpent, the soul. It's the same as Mary stepping her foot on that Mary stepping her foot on the serpent, right? With the soles of her feet. This is a spiritual war, and it should come to light, for most people. People that's in the know, people that's in the occult, they'll get it. Uh, the war, the real war is against the flesh and the soul that takes place down here on Earth, aka L, aka hell. You know, that's the real war. Uh, I'm gonna play a little bit because he cracked the joke off top. Man, your boy Joe Biden was on fire. Man.
Good evening. Good evening. If I were smart, I'd go home now.
And you can see, a lot of people in here wearing all white. You feel me? And you got, I think the Republicans was on this, Democrats on this. It was pretty divided. Some things they did I'll agree on. I can't remember what exactly, but it was it was a pretty good speech, but he probably was lying about some shit, I meant to play this video the other day when I was talking about Ryan Garcia and Devin.
Anybody that's possible, if they're not on your team, this is what it is. It's a gang. Boxing was developed from gangs. The old Irish guys, old Dutch guys. It was a guy named Jim Bleacher, and he always and he always put his slash on his corner. So that's how we got the red and blue corner. But you know what the red means? That's my gang. That's the representation of the gang, my political gang. If I win this fight, like the ancient, if I win this fight against your champion, it's all gangs. Gangs. It's all originated from gangs. The whole world. If my gang wins this fight, we own the whole district until you get a champion that could beat my fighter. If you don't want to accept that challenge, my gang against your gang, then a lot of people die. So they pick their champion and his champion, and the red represents and the blue Democrat and Republican.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that was all. That's what the corners represent. No one knows that, but it represents Democrat and Republican.
Yeah, buddy. So now we got this political race going on, and we got all these fights popping off too, because Mike Tyson will fight July 20th. All right, so we got Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, 420 and 720. We turn around and we got Mike Tyson making his return, which I can't see Mike Tyson winning, because guess who Mike Tyson runs with? Guess who Mike Tyson is? This is Mike Tyson's guy. We thought it was another Don, right? Don King, Don Trump. It's pretty much the same person. But nah, he loves Donald Trump, man. He rides with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump rides with him. I'm gonna show you how hard Donald Trump ride with Mike Tyson. So this fight, July 20th. If Mike Tyson lose, right, which we already seen a rematch in the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs won again. So it's already kind of giving me the idea that, Joe Biden's going to win again. But this fight right here, Mike Tyson chose his side. He's rocking with Donald Trump. So if Mike Tyson loses this fight, if Mike Tyson get knocked out, that's crazy. And everybody's like, that will never happen. Everybody's picking Tyson. Tyson's 57 years old, man. You don't know what the hell going to happen. Last time we seen him in an actual fight, it was that Roy Jones fight wasn't no actual fight. Talk about an actual fight. It was like Lennox Lewis or some shit, and he got smoked in. So we gonna see.
So being in here put me in a confinement, put me in a situation to understand Islam, and to become a Muslim, and be proud of becoming a Muslim, and to know the situation of the Muslims in this world, and we're becoming extinct. and because other Muslims are allowing it to happen. But you have to understand, there's religion, but there's always a contradiction in religion. Where you look at one set of people who's supposed to be the same belief, have the same belief as another set, but we preach totally different. But who are we to say who's wrong? But who are we to doubt someone else's faith?
Did you think you'd be overturned?
Listen, can I say something?
Please.
Matter of fact, let me tell you something. Mike Tyson, he did turn Muslim in prison, but you know he grew up Catholic. Now here's Donald Trump. I'm talking about defending the shit out of Mike Tyson. Here we go.
What made you come out? Are you a big fight fan? Or
Well, he's a
what is it
friend of
about him?
mine. He's been a friend of mine over the years. I thought he was very unfairly convicted. I never felt that what happened to him was right based on various evidence and everything else. But he's a hell of a guy. He did it. He didn't complain. He didn't make lots of apologies. Other people would have sat in a corner and cried. This guy's tough. And he took it like a man, and he got out, and here he is back again. So we'll see what happens. But I think he's going to be very strong and very strongly back.
He's back for good, do you think?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Have a good time.
Thanks.
Speaking of fights, explain to me now what you were thinking about the Mike Tyson.
David Letterman was so uncomfortable, but Trump just kept on. I mean, this is classic Trump right here.
Situation. Shortly after the verdict was announced that he had been convicted, he was guilty of the crime, you had a plan. Now, what were you thinking?
What was I
exactly?
thinking?
Yeah.
I was thinking that as soon as he gets out, he's going to fight at my casinos.
Yeah, but you can't buy your way through.
Of course, I'm only kidding when I say that, folks.
I wish I could say that.
Mike Tyson was greeted at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning by a woman. He then.
Well, we don't need to go through the case again.
But it's ridiculous. The woman was dancing at 8 o'clock, and this guy's in jail for 6 years. I don't understand it. I think it's wrong. I think.
But due process of law prevailed. So
I think
you
he had
came
one of the worst defense lawyers I've ever seen. This was the worst defense. I mean, their defense essentially was that anybody that goes out with Mike Tyson knows she's going to be raped, and therefore Mike Tyson. This is his defense. I think it was a horrible job they did.
Everything you say may be true, but still in all, you can't come in and say, okay, let's put the decision of the court aside. Here, I have a plan.
I never said that. I
think that was the impression people had of that.
What I said really is that Mike Tyson should fight. Mike Tyson should supply millions and millions and millions of dollars to rape victims. And I think that's a hell of a lot better than him sitting in a jailhouse for 6 years. Now, let him do some time. Let him do some this. But this man could supply $30 million just from one fight. And that solves a lot more problems than keeping him locked up in solitary confinement doing nothing. I think that Mike Tyson had a horrible defense. I think
but again, what you're saying is that celebrities maybe should be treated differently than lay people.
And I say Mike should serve some time and everything else. But to keep a man, here's a woman that was dancing at his door at 1 o'clock in the morning.
We don't need to get into this. We don't need to get into this.
But that's an important thing.
Hey, don't get me hot, okay?
Now I want you to pay close attention
Let's grab him by the.
to this segment. It's really important. Listen how Tyson carefully explains the gang mentality in the world of boxing.
Okay, yeah, we went through that. But yeah, man, that State of the Union address was pretty interesting to say the least. I might play this.
I'm also connecting local businesses and high schools so students get hands-on experience and a path to a good-paying job, whether or not they go to college. And I want to make sure the college is more affordable. Let's continue increasing the Pell Grants to working and middle-class families and increase record investments in
He know it. He know it's about that time, man. It's about that time, bro. What's good? Keegan Thompson, what's happening? Dante, what's good, my brother? Once you reach the third level of masonry, you are practicing Islam. White shrines know this. Yeah, I know the Shriners. They wear the fez, the hat, and that's the same hat as the. When we graduate, they got the tassel. Move it over to the side. I was just talking about this group, the Moors. Yeah, the Moors. They wear the fez and hats. They rock with the Shriners too. Yeah, it's some deep shit, man. The big thing was, the 153, bro. These people wearing the pins with the 153 on it. Indigenous 153 and 54. Something's coming up. You see the Illuminati 153. April 4th. This is the day that damn, April 4th is crazy. It's the day that Martin Luther King died, right? And we heading to the 60th presidential election. I do believe 60 years after Martin Luther King died. I want to say. I can't say for sure. Hamburg, Germany equals 153, right? In Hamburg, Germany, during World War II, was a place that got bombed, right? This was dealing with Hitler and them. And like I brought up, the atomic bomb, the A bomb, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? And then the movie that just won all the damn awards was about that that big bomb that went off. You feel me? So we will see, bro. We will see. The Mike Tyson fight coming up. It says AT&T Stadium. I believe that's in Dallas, Texas. Whereas, Dallas, Texas, where JFK was shot at. There's a lot of pictures of Tyson and Trump. I just looked this up the other day. I didn't even know how close the friends these guys was. I mean, they got a lot of pictures together. I don't even think he got this many pictures with his wife. This was them at the UFC fight. I just went through a lot. I don't even really watch UFC like that, but tonight I'm gonna be keeping my eye on it because they're fighting in Miami, Florida, and it's $299 UFC $299, and I seen a lot of occulted numbers. I watched the weigh-ins. I see everybody record and stuff, and it's looking like it's gonna be some pretty good fights, some pretty entertaining fights too. So I'm gonna check that out too. But this is the number I want everybody. I'm trying to drill that in your head. It's 153, bro. At 153. The Jesuit order, the Catholics. All roads lead to Rome, son. Peace to y'all, man. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification, hit that bell, hit all. Peace, we out. Share the video.